But this is substation. This is on the way to Monos Claudianos, which is through this very scenic valley there. This probably is a substation for the Roman garrison town, and a lot of guard towers all around. So the way they would communicate is by shouting. So in between one tower to another tower, they would shout to each other. There was always in shouting distances in between. This area is not really discovered or written about a lot in any books, so we don't really know the purpose for it. It could be a temporary station till they transport the columns from Claudianos. We see a lot of pottery. You can see a lot of pottery shards down there, and these are the houses up here. And there's a water basin. We'll be seeing that too. And grinding stones, different parts of granite. Again, this is granite. Aswan granite?
Not Aswan. That only comes from Aswan.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually a stone called tonalite gneiss, and it's able to be cut into huge blocks. If you've been to the Pantheon, you've seen at the front of it, they've got porphyry columns, but also these other tonalite ones. They've got this used at the Palatine Hill for the emperors, so it's quite distinctive. And you want to get a piece of this, you know, again, a fist-sized piece. Just have one side polished and the other side rough, so you could show that, or when you go back to Rome, you can look at that. Hadrian's Villa has columns of this stuff as well. And there's other places I can't think of right now that have it. It's a stone that's distinctive, and it's only quarried in the 1st to the 3rd centuries AD, so it's not as long a lived site as the porphyry. But it was actually a bigger settlement at times. When we get to the main place, they estimate that nearly 1,000 people live there, and they're not slaves. We always think, oh, there must have been slaves, and in some areas you were sentenced to the mines, which must have been an awful life. These are free people, and we know that because we've got listings talking about how much these people were paid. We've also got ostraca. Remember, those are those pieces of rock that had little listings and notations and things on it. One of those lists something like 917 or 950 people who on one particular day were given free water. And they and all other ostraca talk about, or they show you, kids' schoolwork, you know, like AA, where you're copying and doing things, so it's clearly kids. Other notes of these ostraca go to the Nile River, to different places that I can't remember now, and they will list, when you send stuff, please send us this food and this kind of a care package and things of that sort. So it's free labor that's out here, and it's men, women, and children's families that are out in this particular area. Mons Porphyrides, on the other hand, seems to have about 450, 500 people maximum. And then, as Tamar's nicely pointed out, you've got these other smaller settlements to watch, that everything gets taken out of here properly and nobody else, I mean, who's going to come in here? Yeah. But it's just probably an employment situation. So take a good look at the stuff, and we'll look for some, you know, fist-side pieces that can be taken back.
And our Bedouin friend was saying that this was here was the main water basin, and the well was on the other side. So there's towers and piping, some kind of piping, pouring water here.
So this area, the basin over on the other side.
There it is there.
Uh-huh.